transition. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Albion Speedrun Collective Marathon Schedule Reveal. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. My name is Nick Green. I am founder and main lead of AFC, and I'm joined by Dracodon and Instasim.
Hey, everybody.
So, I hope you're all super excited for our lovely little reveal stream for you. Reminder before we get started: the marathon takes place April 11th and 12th at Manchester Anime and Gaming Con, which is at Sugden Sports Centre in Manchester. If just a reminder to runners, especially runners, if you see your name appear above us soon, then we are expecting you to be there. This is not an online marathon. This is a live marathon. So we are looking forward to meeting you in real life at that weekend. And of course, we are going to be raising money for a wonderful local charity to marathon called Everyone Can. They are a charity that works to provide gaming for everyone. So particularly people with disabilities, whether that's physical handicaps or mental handicaps. They run gaming sessions at their centre in Sale. They run children's sessions and adult sessions. This is an all ages thing. And when it comes to physical limitations, they have specialist equipment and they build specialist rigs to give access to gaming for everyone. It's a great way for people who might struggle otherwise to come together, have some fun, and it's a great charity. A big thank you to Instasim. Speedathon has been supporting Everyone Can for so many years, and it's a suggestion for this, and the whole community loved the idea of supporting a local charity with our first event. So thank you, Insta. It was a great recommendation. If you've got anything
you're welcome
to say about the charity as well, because you've been working for them for quite some time.
Yeah, so as I'm sure many people know, I host the Insta Speedathon Speedrun Marathon, which we're actually doing next weekend. So be sure to tune into that as well, of course. Don't forget about that. But I have been fundraising through Insta Speedathon and also on my personal channel as well. We've been fundraising for Everyone Can for the better part of about 7-8 years at this point, and it actually fills my heart with joy that I can say 8 years that I've been hosting Insta Speedathon for, and I've been raising money for such a wonderful team of people. I met the guys when I was studying at university, because Everyone Can, they had a partnership, or I think they still have actually, with the university where I was studying at, and I met them at that university through the games course. I was studying computer science, and I met them through sort of the computer science games development course at my university. We just got along so well, and I was like, hey guys, I do this event, it's a gaming event, and I'd love to raise money for you guys, and they were so proud of that. And over the past 8 or so years, I think we've raised well over like £2,000 or £3,000 for them. So I am, on a personal level, I am exceptionally proud that the first Albion Speedrun Marathon is going to be fundraising for Everyone Can. I know for a fact that Everyone Can will be very supportive of that. And I really, really hope that we all raise a great amount of money for them. Insta Speedathon next weekend also will be raising money for Everyone Can. So combined together, I really, really hope that we can raise a lot of money for them.
Absolutely. Myself and Heidi Hi, we did have the opportunity to go and visit them. And it's a great centre with some great people who work there. Some of them are volunteers, some of them are paid staff. It's their jobs. So every bit of help that we can give them helps them do what they do best. So it's absolutely fantastic. So before we get on with our schedule reveal, I'm going to hand over to Drake to have a chat about how Drake is our games committee lead. So Drake, how was it getting all of this prepared?
Yeah, so hopefully I'm audible now. Hopefully I correctly addressed tech issue in the background. We'll get a confirmation in like 2 seconds from Twitch chat. Watch this. 1, 2, all right, 3, whenever. Yeah, there you go.
there we go.
Limblom on the case. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, this has been it's been a lot of fun. I am not an extensive history fundraiser or marathon staff or really anything guy myself. I am a speedrunner. I've been around the block with doing speedruns and attending events for quite a while, but this is like my first foray into really trying to be part of staffing and organizing an event. So I figured probably the best thing I can offer is some judgment on taking some good games and picking the best of what we receive. And we received a surprising variety of stuff, I think, being that this is like a brand new event and it's obviously hard to like get your name out and put yourselves on the map. We've got quite a array of stuff, which was a lot of fun to look through, ranging from like, you know, more classic titles, which you are going to be seeing on the schedule soon, to a lot of indie titles, including some stuff that I'd never really seen before. So we've got a really, like I say, wide array of stuff on display here, from like more retro classic titles to more modern indie titles.
Awesome. I was hopefully I sound better now. I've been made aware that I was a bit tinny a minute ago. I'd accidentally selected my webcam as my mic source instead of my lovely microphone. So hopefully you can now all hear me a bit better.
Horror.
all three of us here were part of the process of picking from the games list and putting the schedule together. And yeah, it was tough, as these always are. But we've got a games list what we really hope folks are going to enjoy. We've tried to give as many opportunities to as many runners as possible, because obviously we'll want to see as many people there as we possibly can. So shall we get this started? Is anyone in chat ready to get started, or is anyone in chat like, nah, let's just chill for another 5 minutes, or do we want to go?
I just really want to quickly say, like, having the experience of putting schedules together, it is the worst bit. Honestly, it is so tedious. It's like you're trying to fit everybody in, and then eventually you get to something like, oh my god, that actually works, and it works brilliantly. But getting to that point is just so tedious and mind-numbing, and it is the worst part, honestly. Once that's out of the way, everything's like nice and like lovely after that.
It was a relief to get finished, yes.
Yeah, it was definitely a relief to get it done. But I'm very proud of the schedule.
Wonderful. Right, let's get this underway. As all good speedruns have a timer, we of course have a timer here for our schedule reveal. So we're going to see how quickly we can speedrun this reveal. So in 3, 2, 1, go. So we kick off, of course, with welcome to the Albion Speedrun Marathon.
That's an interesting game,
pretty
isn't
straightforward. Pretty straightforward start.
Yeah, I'd never heard of this game.
It's only going to take 5 minutes.
Sure, hopefully. Unless there are technical issues, it should only take 5 minutes. So we kick off at 10 o'clock on the Saturday. The event is on Friday as well. We will not be running on Friday. We are only running Saturday and Sunday. So if you're there for the whole thing Friday through to Sunday, we won't be there on Friday. Just Saturday and Sunday. So, but our first run of the event is Nintendo Land by Rando.
Oh, yeah. This is I'm looking forward to this one. What were you guys' impressions of this when you saw this at first?
I forgot what I said about it now. I think was this like one of the cute games I was mentioning about or something, wasn't it?
There were a lot of cute games.
Oh, there were so many cute games in it.
It's a very whimsy game, yeah.
Yeah. Let me check what I actually said about this because I can't remember. Even though we did this yesterday.
It was a really cool submission because there's so much variety in it. It's not just, it's loads of different mini games. This was kind of the Wii Play version for the Wii U. There's loads of different things going on, loads of different franchises shown. And it's on the Wii U, which you don't see that many Wii U speedruns these days either. So that was a bonus.
Now I remember you were mentioning about the many controllers or something that Randall uses during this run as well. And I think seeing that in person will just be incredibly fascinating. And again, it has the cute factor. I think it's an incredible. It looked very cute as a game overall.
Yeah, I was just going to highlight that quickly by like taking a little sec to talk about like the machinations of like committee review and like how stuff is judged, because I do want to be like open and provide feedback to people. So this is going to be a little example. So on first viewing of this, it was like, oh, this is a game. There's like stuff going on, and it was like, this could maybe get in or whatnot. I was very impressed with how the bespoke commentary track was done. Like, that really does matter. This is a good example of if you clearly care enough about the game to record a dedicated commentary track, then that is a big plus. And it made it apparent how important the multiple peripheral stuff was. It's like, you can submit a PB video and show that you're good at the game, you got a good time, whatever, but I wouldn't have known like half of what's really going to go into the IRL spectacle of this without commentary. And the potential IRL spectacle is what really swung it for me in saying, okay, this is actually probably going to be an actual cool marathon run to see in person, because knowing the hijinks that are going to be going on with the multiple controls and stuff, it's like, this is going to be cool to see.
Awesome. So congratulations, Rando. You are our first ever runner. So you'll always have that badge of honor, and we look forward to seeing you in Manchester. So what do we follow up Nintendo Land with? It is going to be Flock by Express Yak, continuing our sort of mini cute block, I think.
Yes, this was definitely another cute game. It's also featuring Insta Speedathon next weekend. So, this definitely had the cute factor as well. And it looked like a really cute and fun game to watch when I reviewed it for Insta Speedathon, and also when reviewing it for this, because I think it was the same VOD that was used on both. Definitely a very cute factor. I think Dracodan probably will mention this as well. The only negative, I think, was, I wouldn't say it's negative necessarily, it was the lack of commentary in the actual video that was submitted. But hopefully we can have a nice marathon run out of it as well.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see from Insta Speedathon getting some like real experience of what this looks like in the moment, because like it's quite like bringing it down after Nintendo Land. It's a pretty chill game. It's going to be like probably relaxing, whatnot, but could also be super hype as well with the right commentary. And I'm excited to see how that's going to go in Insta Speedathon for sure.
Awesome. So let's pop Flock into our schedule and prepare for run number 3, which is going to be Spider-Man by our own team's Spyron. So this is, I believe, this is the Dreamcast version of Spider-Man 2000.
Yes, that's correct.
And there's nothing like a good superhero game. Obviously, Spider-Man has a ton of really good games, but sort of seeing this retro classic was really nice to see in the submissions list. So we were delighted to be able to fit Spyron in with this.
I mean, Spyron is Spider-Man as well. I've seen him in the costume in previous runs, so like we've got the actual Spider-Man doing a run. So.
Is that something we can expect to see in Manchester?
Spyron, if you're not wearing the Spider-Man costume when you're doing this run, you're banned from future events.
Yeah, there you go.
Spider-Man's a great series as well. I have played the more recent games made by Insomniac Games. My favorite game series of all time is Ratchet and Clank. That's been made by Insomniac Games. So, I had pretty high hopes for Spider-Man being in this event, and very excited to see one of the earlier games obviously being put there. No, it's not an Insomniac Games game, but it is in the same series, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, this is a really broken run, so like this is just like, when people think of seeing a speed run, thinking, oh, it is a platformer that's going to have like glitches and skips in it. Short answer, yes, it will have glitches and skips in it.
Yeah.
All right, following up Spider-Man as we sort of head into a bit of a retro block, I think. We have got Oh no, it's not the retro block. I'm thinking of the wrong bit. It is Skull Island: Rise of Kong by Swedola. This is a notoriously bad video game. And a lot of us on the games committee, we were talking about this, like, some of us aren't really fans of the bad game block, and you really do have for a game that's bad to be entertaining, it really does have to be that super special bad. Like, just sort of generic, it's not that good, it just doesn't resonate with a lot of us. But this definitely is up there.
Yeah, this is an example of how to do it right, for sure. And so, like, yeah, I guess a little like more like background reveal of like game committee preference and stuff. If you're submitting like ironically bad games, then I'm gonna need some convincing, but I was convinced by this one.
Admittedly, I do like bad game blocks at speedrun marathons. I try to stick them in Insta Speedathon when I can, because they're often quite fun, and the commentary that comes along with them is often like it's the chef's kiss of commentary. I think, out of the bad games that we received, when we're talking bad games, this was definitely probably the top of the bad games that we had out of in the submissions. So I'm quite proud to see this in the marathon. And from the Welsh roots, I know Swedola is from Wales, so we have ourselves a Welsh speedrunner in the schedule as well.
Swedola did submit any percent and all bosses, and we were that excited about seeing as much of this game as possible that we took all bosses over any percent. So you're gonna see a lot of janky Kong during this run. So really excited.
New Donkey Kong family member, Janky Kong.
So what do we follow up a really bad game with? Well, surely it must be a really good game. And if memory serves correctly, this one absolutely is. No, it's not.
Garlips is the king of bad games.
it's going to be a good time, I think. It might not necessarily be a good game, but I think people are going to have fun.
This is the British classic, Mr. Blobby.
I was very biased when it came to Mr. Blobby, because as some people will know, I am also a GDQ hotfix showrunner. I run a show every other Friday called Fast Travel, where we feature runners from different parts of the world. And Garlips running Mr. Blobby was the first run I ever had on the show. So when Garlips submitted it to this, I was like, I want Mr. Blobby again. It was a delight the first time round I saw it, and I can't wait to have it in my own marathon this time, in our own marathon this time, rather than just on the GDQ hotfix channel. So yeah, Garlics, we can't wait to see Mr. Blobby again, and for you to just show how horrendous Mr. Blobby can be, because this is a big family event. There will be kids, there will be teenagers, there will be a lot of people who are British but have never seen or heard of Mr. Blobby, and they are in for a good time.
It's really bothering me how the two on the box art have the exact same facial expression. It's really bothering me. Let's say your piece, Instasim, and let's move on.
I appreciate. Although I'm quite young myself, I am probably the last generation that grew up with Mr. Blobby, probably, I think, and this fills my heart. Mr. Blobby is amazing. Not this particular Blobby showcase, but Mr. Blobby has featured it Insta Speedathon before, run by Garlips, and it was incredible. So I am excited to see this again.
Wonderful. All right, so moving on from the monstrosity that is Mr. Blobby, we head over to Resident Evil. This is the original Resident Evil, not the HD remake, ran by Matt RPD, and it is I think this is the longest category name we've got in the series as well. Jill original bad ending, no major glitches, no restriction. So yeah, Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's a classic title, and was also very impressed with how it is like top runner time. Like Matt is a really good runner of this game, really good series runner in general, but this is like genuinely one of the best Resident Evil runs that you could be likely to get at an event. So I'm very glad that we're getting to showcase this.
Yeah, Matt showcased this. I can't remember if it's particularly this run. He has showcased a Resident Evil run at UKSM, which was another marathon that I used to help out with, which no longer does events, sadly. And Resident Evil has featured many times at Insta Speedathon, and they're always very popular games to showcase. They showcase so much movement tech. It is quite incredible. The what goes on in these games. So very proud to see this in the schedule.
Yeah, this is going to be one that really sort of draws a lot of crowds into. There will be a lot of people there who recognize Resident Evil, and will be really excited to see a Resident Evil run. And I suppose if we're going to show them one Resident Evil run, why don't we just show them 2 Resident Evil runs? Because we are then going to follow up with Snake SOCOM running the Resident Evil 2 remake, and assuming that Snake SOCOM is open to the challenge, this one is going to be a bid war, because Snake SOCOM submitted both Claire A and Claire B. So we are hoping, again, assuming Snake SOCOM is up for preparing both of them, to have a bid war to choose whether it's going to be Claire A or Claire B. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 remake. I haven't actually played that many Resident Evil games, but Resident Evil 2 remake is one that I've played. It was absolute masterpiece. Seeing the upgrade from the original PlayStation to this now, it was so wonderful. I recognized all of the environments from that hit video game Dead by Daylight, so going into it was a lot of fun to actually see where it all came from. Yeah, it's a wonderful game, and Snake SOCOM is a great Resident Evil runner, great Metal Gear runner as well, because I do know Snake SOCOM, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this on the stage.
Yeah, just like more Resident Evil goodness. These are all just really solid runs, and this is a really competitive title as well. So I think it's really going to draw a crowd, which will be really nice as well.
Yeah, Snake has also performed both Claire A and Claire B at Insta Speedathon. So whichever run he does, I think it'll be very incredible to watch. Resident Evil, like I said before, always very popular. And it's good that we've also got a Resident Evil block in the schedule. So we're not just having a Resident Evil run and then something else. We're actually having 2 Resident Evil games consecutively in the schedule, which I think is going to draw in some crowd in to stay for some time, because they're 2 reasonable length games as well to have in the marathon, to have in the schedule.
And I can see Snake SOCOM in chat has said go for it, so that's confirmed it. It will be a bid war between Claire A and Claire B.
Nice,
wonderful. All right, so after our Resident Evil block, we move into something a little bit different, and our next run is Mario Kart World by Mango, and this is, I believe, our final run of Saturday.
Yeah, I think. Let me double check.
I'm gonna double check that.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this is the last. Yeah, this is the last run on the Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mario Kart. This is like about as modern as titles can get. So people are certainly gonna recognize it, and lot of tracks to be driven here. All Grand Prix, which is it 32 tracks? I mean, I'm willing to be correct here. Is it 32 tracks, or is it even more these days? I'm a boomer when it comes to Mario Kart games. If it's newer than Mario Kart Wii, I've not played
it. Pretty much the same with me, actually. If it's any older than that, I've not really played many Mario Kart games either, but they're always quite popular. They're definitely popular games. It's always nice to have a racing game every now and again in the speedrun marathon as well. Very often, they don't show that much movement tech, but they do provide a nice little time where people can get together and kind of watch the runs as well. And a popular game like Mario Kart is going to draw in crowds regardless. And I think people will just enjoy watching it. And obviously, downtime also gives us time to read donations, which is always good to have. So, yeah, I think having this in the marathon is a pretty good shout. And it's popular enough. It's new enough and popular enough to draw in enough crowds, I'd say.
Yeah, if there's something that I noted from watching this, it seems like in this game there's a lot more ways to like interact with like the course and the geometry itself than has been typical in earlier Mario Kart games. So I am excited to see all of the like applied tech, like you're saying, like with a racing game, like it's pretty fundamental movement and it's not going to be that varied in the fundamentals, but it looks like there's room for a lot of like emergent tech and applied tech. So we'll see how it goes.
Knowing the gaming area of the anime and gaming cons, Mario Kart World is one that is like constantly on one of the switches that's there. So there are always people just in the room playing Mario Kart World. So there is a very good chance there will be a lot of people there who are then like, oh, this is now being speedrun. Let's go and let's go check this out. So this is going to be just a really nice way to finish off Saturday and just enjoy something really sort of wacky and fun and something that everyone can recognize. So yeah, we can't wait to see you, Mango. So as already said, that will lead us into our overnight stop. So we finish at around 6 p.m. On Saturday. We might go over a little bit, but it should be close to 6 p.m. on Saturday. We don't run overnight, but there's plenty of entertainment. There's rock band and stuff going on. There's a huge like rock band karaoke party, and there's things to watch, and there's so much stuff to do at the event. So we do hope that people who are there will join us on Saturday night for some fun at the event, as we'll get to sort of wind down and let our hair down a little bit and enjoy some time before a well-deserved rest. Ready for Sunday.
This is the longest speedrun in the entire marathon, by the way. 15 hours and 50 minutes.
that is one sleepy Snorlax. He's going to sleep for a very, very long time. So, what will we kick off our Sunday morning block with? We are going to kick off Sunday morning with 1080 Avalanche by Mandy. Is it Mandy-Own or Mandy-One? I'm going to go Mandy-Own. So, Mandy, if you're there, apologies if I butchered your name. Yeah, 1080 Avalanche, a snowboarding, I wouldn't say racing. It wasn't a snowboarding racing game, more like a snowboarding time trial game. But yeah, really exciting snowboarding action.
No, it's not snowboarding, it's rocket boarding.
Or rocket boarding in this case, because we've gone with the rocket board category.
Yeah, it's pretty different. I like looking through the options that we got and seeing the rocket board again, like as a racing game, like fundamentally it's pretty much the same thing. But then I was like, man, having like as much airtime as you can get with the rocket board, you get up to really, really high speeds on this thing. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked really cool in the VOD as well. And again, it's having a run like this in a marathon. Yes, okay, it might provide some downtime, but that's not a bad thing either. It's nice to showcase games like this at marathons every now and again. So I'm very proud to see it. And obviously, the rocket board was just really, really cool. So it's a good one to have in, I think.
It did look really cool with the rocket, and it was a very unique game compared to a lot of the other submissions we had. So it is nice to have a nice mix. So Mandy-One, as Mandy as in the chat has advised, Mandy-One, we look forward to seeing you in Manchester on the Sunday. So what do we follow that up with? Well, we follow that up with
another bad.
I knew the moment I got sent this game cover, I knew the moment I revealed it on stream, I was going to piss myself again. It's so bad. It's just a dude with a gun pointing at you.
It's pretty crap.
Bad way by Streetback guy.
This is such a bad game. But it's got so much movement tech. It's incredible.
Yeah, bad game, but good run.
It's like it is the worst of bad games that you can possibly call good, I think. But the movement tech in this game, in this run, is, I don't know how to describe it. You have to watch it live. I've had Garlips play this at Insta Speedathon before. And my God, is it a good game to watch on a speedrun. It's incredible. And I'm happy to see it in the schedule. But it's such a bad game.
And he's got some really bad art assets. The only way that image could be better is if instead of the rendered gun and hand, it was just copy and pasted the True Crime Streets of LA gun that gets put into memes. I love it's so bad. I love it, and I can't wait to see the run. It's going to be really, really fun.
Oh, it's such a good run. It is a brilliant run.
So, Badway slots into our schedule, and we follow that up with something quite different. Tomb Raider 1 remastered by Bexky.
Yeah, so it's Tomb Raider 1. It's not original Tomb Raider 1 though. It is the remaster, as we're saying, and one of the big differences between the original release is that in the remaster titles you have a choice of control scheme where you can use like the original tank controls and the more modern controls. Now, I'm not 100% sure which one Bexky actually intends to use for this run, but I know she's been putting time in recently to learning the modern control scheme, so I don't want to like say, oh, we're going to make that a bid war as well, but like, yeah, we'll see. And it's a really glitchy run. Like, again, like a lot of movement tech and a lot of skips and tricks in this run. Like, this is going to be, I think, one of the most technical runs on the schedule.
Tomb Raider, I'm sure everybody knows Tomb Raider is quite a popular game anyway. I love the Tomb Raider series personally. I have played quite a few of the games myself. I did try to get into speedrunning them, but it's not very easy. So honestly, this I think this will make a really good game in the schedule. I think it's a great addition to the schedule, and I really look forward to watching it.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. Tim, obviously a classic. Loads of people, walking by are going to see this and going to be very interested to see what's going on. And I've not seen any of the remastered Tomb Raider stuff yet, so I'm really excited to see how the game has been updated and changed since then. So we really look forward to seeing you there, Bexky. So, following on from Tomb Raider Remastered, we have Neon White by Marissa. This looks like a very, very fast-paced run. Anyone who knows the game Neon White will know that it is a very fast-paced game anyway. I haven't completed Neon White. I have played quite a bit of it, but it does get very challenging towards the end. So this is going to be a very exciting run to watch.
Yeah, like you could kind of consider this game like a speedrun simulator in itself. Like, this is a very like speedrun-able game. And in terms of like, okay, a little bit more like background info on like, I guess, the behind the scenes and like submission process and stuff. Like we score stuff and we rate stuff and whatnot, and obviously like average, like higher rated runs more likely to get in. I think this was the average highest rated submission we got. Like, I think this got the highest score out of any submission, because this is like a really, really good game. And Marissa is probably on measure like one of the best people you can get to showcase this game. I know she's done a lot of marathon runs before and is really good at this game. So I'm very excited for this. I've only seen a bit of Neon White myself, but I know it's one of those games where like if you could have an APM tracker, it's probably very high APM.
It's one of the runs where I say, I wish this was in Insta Speedathon. Sadly, it isn't because it wasn't submitted. But no, the VOD looked amazing. It was fast-paced. Sadly, I don't know anything about the game, personally. But the runner, obviously, very good commentary in the VOD. And the VOD itself was excellent. As Draco said, this is probably the highest-rated game from the Games Committee. So this was getting in to the marathon essentially, and yeah, I think it's an excellent addition to the schedule, definitely.
Absolutely, I'm really excited to see this one. So that's Neon White. We pop that into our schedule, and next up, there's some guy's going to be there running some old stealth game. It's Metal Gear Solid 3
I don't know who
Safety.
that runner is.
No
idea, never heard of him.
Game's pretty good at least.
Yeah, the game's
I've
really
heard
good,
I've heard
actually.
good things about. I don't know if anyone in chat knows anything more about Metal Gear Solid than any of us do here. But yeah, I've heard good things about Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have I. It's definitely it's definitely a very good series, and it's a very good title. Like Snake Eater is definitely I mean, I feel bad saying one of the better speed games in the series. That implies that some of them aren't good speed games, but they're all just really solid entries.
The European Extreme category as well is a spectacle to watch. I've hosted many Metal Gear Solid runs at Into Speedathon before now. The European Extreme ones are always really, really fun to watch. I think when we were going through the games committee, when we were going through the reviews, reviewing all the runs for what to put in the schedule, we were talking about the different categories, and like just the any % easy category, there's like a bit in the game where you're just staring up at the sky because it makes the FPS, it makes it run quicker. In a European Extreme, you actually have to do stuff, otherwise you will die. So yeah, it's definitely a very good category to watch. It is a spectacle, and honestly, the movement tech in it is fantastic. I don't think I've actually ever done Metal Gear Solid 3, but 2 and I think 1 have definitely featured at Instant Speedathon before.
Twin Snakes is featured at Instant Speedathon.
Twin Snakes has as well, because you did that live
I did that for you
in-person
as well.
event 2 years ago.
Yes. Yeah, when it came to doing my own submissions for this, I've moved away a little bit from some Metal Gear with marathon runs at the moment. For example, I'm not running Metal Gear in Instant Speedathon next week. I'm running James Bond and Lord of the Rings, completely different. But when it came to this, I knew I wanted to put in my greatest hits and showcase something that I know that people will really, really love. Snake Eater it's one of my favorite games to speedrun. It's my favorite game in the series. So yeah, I am super hyped that we have time in the schedule to fit me in to run Snake Eater European Extreme. So yeah, I can't wait. You know, this is our inaugural marathon, and I get to run one of my favorite games at a marathon that I've set up. It's a dream come true for me. So I'm really pleased. So thank you.
But if you want
thank you to everyone.
If you want to see Nick not doing Metal Gear Solid, he's doing 2 different runs at Into Speedathon next weekend.
Check out Into Speedathon next week. So that is Metal Gear Solid 3. We slot that into our schedule, and from there we move on to Sonic Colors DS by Speed Breaker 55.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm talking about this. I'm the Sonic guy, right? I'm the guy who actually moderates a lot of the Sonic series. Used to moderate a lot of the Sonic series. Yeah, so Colors is occupying a period of Sonic's lifespan where a lot of people would say a lot of the games in this era were not received like particularly well. But Colors was a real like return to form in terms of like bringing back the like classic style of gameplay, and that really applies in DS as well, where like Colors is a main console title as well, but it was also released on DS as a handheld, and so it's adapted to be on the DS as like more of a standard 2D platformer. It uses the like Sonic Rush engine, so it plays like a Sonic Rush title. And if you've seen Sonic Rush speedruns, they are really fast as well. Like all 2D side-scrolling Sonic games, they have an optimization ceiling as high as you can reach, basically. So I'm definitely excited for this one.
Yeah, Speed Breaker 55 is a very well-known speedrunner at Instant Speedathon. He might have the most extensive speedrunning record when it comes to Instant Speedathon marathons. He's got 8 runs in total, I think I counted them, and he's exceptionally talented when it comes to the Sonic speedruns. He's also doing one at Instant Speedathon next weekend as well. Not Sonic Colors, I think he's doing the other one, Sonic Chronicles, I think. So yeah, it's going to be a great pleasure to not only be hosting a Sonic run, but also to be hosting Speed Breaker 55 at our first Albion Speedrun Marathon as well.
I'm really excited for this, and it's cool that it is a DS run as well. It, you know, so many marathons just sort of tend to be 4x3 and 16x9. So it's nice that we're going to have a little bit of variety and show off something with the stream tech as well. This is something I've been people will know, something I've worked on for a couple of years now. So it's always great to flex some of the layouts and stuff that don't tend to get much use. So when we saw we had some DS games in there, I was like, yes, we get to use more of the package. So yeah, really excited and thankful that Speedbreaker 55 is bringing Sonic Colors DS, and yeah, it makes a nice change from just one of the console Sonic games to have a DS game in there instead. So yeah, with that, we come to the final run of the marathon. So what do we we've got a Sonic game as the penultimate run of the marathon. What do we follow that up with? Well, of course, we follow it up with
a Mario game.
A Mario game.
We follow it up with another Sonic game, and it is our very own Dracodon running Sonic Adventure 2 Battle to close us out.
All right, so this one sucks. I don't know why it's here.
What a way to close.
Hero Story is really good, for sure. I've been running this game longer than I care to admit. I've been running this game for like 12 years at this point. I've done more marathon runs of Hero Story than I can really count. My most recent runs, I've been kind of going to pieces with one of the most difficult skips in the run, so that'll be fun to see if I just get it on the day. I've suddenly become like really inconsistent. It's like, we'll see if it works on the day. Maybe it will, maybe it won't.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, great thing to like finish off the marathon with, right? Yeah, and I didn't like pull rank or anything. I was saying like I organized this, so I'm gonna have the finale run. We were kind of just doing the scheduling, and you were just like, okay, we'll put this here, and then I guess you're at the end, like, all right, fine, I'm at the end, I suppose.
Yeah, this is the worst game ever created by humans. No, I'm joking. No, it's a Sonic run. Again, it's another Sonic run. It shows movement tech. It's your flagship Sonic run, which shows a lot of movement tech. We've also got ourselves a Sonic block, which is always a popular thing to have in a marathon schedule, is just having back-to-back Sonic runs, because you're going to get the audience, you're going to get the people coming to see the shows. You might even get quite a lot of donations at this point as well, which will be really, really good. There's not much downtime in Sonic runs, so that's the only downside to a Sonic run. However, it depends really on the game as well, a little bit. But again, it's a really nice way to close off the marathon. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a risk that I'm just not going to show up during this run. That I'm going to just be commentating for like the full 40 minutes. We'll see. There's one driving stage. There's like 2 minutes where it's just pure downtime for donations. That's fine.
And I can't wait. It's Sonic games are an absolute staple of speedrun marathons. So for us to close on a mini Sonic block is just fantastic. And it's Sonic Adventure 2. It is one of the most popular in the series. And again, we do kind of sort of think about the fact that we're in this live setting with lots of people, a lot of kids, a lot of young people, and of course, the Sonic 3 movie is the latest Sonic movie to come out, and it obviously takes a huge amount of inspiration from Sonic Adventure 2. Unfortunately, because it's Hero Story, the kids aren't going to see that much Shadow, but that's fine. They can settle for Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, I'm sure.
Yeah, they get to see me beat on him twice in the run.
Oh, you'll beat on that faker.
Oh yeah, I get to hear everyone recite that cutscene. Awesome, every time.
So that is it. That is our schedule, and therefore that is time. We finished the schedule reveal in 35 minutes and 46 seconds. So
I believe that's a personal best.
I do believe that's
it's world record.
It's a world record. It's a marathon world record. Our first marathon world record.
Put it in the logs. We'll keep hold of that. So that is our schedule. That will then conclude again around 6 p.m. On Sunday, and then once that's done, it is kind of it stops. We shut down and we bugger off as quickly as we can because it is quite a quick turnaround to sort of shut down and get out. So yeah,
if I'm still going at 6 p.m., I've got to. Mum says my time on the game is done. I've got to just turn it off, and I'm not allowed to finish.
The parental lock kicks in and automatically boots you out.
Yeah.
So for anyone attending, particularly if you're intending to attend over both days, prioritize the Saturday night to join us and have fun and stuff. Don't go thinking, oh, I'll also make sure I'm not going until Monday morning or late on Sunday so I can have. There's not going to be much happening at the end of Sunday. It will be break everything down and we go. So I've been to enough marathons in the past where I've like extended my time beyond the marathon just to sort of learn that as soon as the marathon's over, everyone's gone. It's like, oh, now I'm stuck here for another 3 hours. So yeah, just to give you a bit of an idea of obviously if you're there with other friends and you want to do other stuff, you're more than welcome to, but don't stick around for our sake. But yeah, that is the marathon. We will have a bunch of backup runs as well. Pretty much, I think apart from one, every backup run is from someone who's already in the marathon. The only person who isn't in the marathon who has a backup run, we are aware was going to be there anyway. So we haven't picked any backup runners who are just going to sort of show up and hang around on the off chance that they might run. We know that all of the backup runners should be there. There might be two, but oh yeah, I think there's two. But we were aware that they were going to be, they were going to be there anyway. So yeah, so for all of our runners, obviously keep an eye out on when all the list comes out. We haven't. I think. I don't think I've actually got the list of backup runners because I'm on the stream PC rather than my own.
I've got the list here if you want me to read them.
Yeah, go for it. Reel it off nice and quick.
Yeah. So the backup runs that we have for Albion Speedrun Marathon are as follows. So we've got Eat Lead, The Return of Matt Hazard by Mr. Matt Internet. Then we have Spider-Man 2, Enter Electro by Spyron. Sparkser by Dracodan. We have Foul Legacy from Garlips. Then we have Sweetola with Barely Delivered. Adrian Revenge doing Cluna 2 Lunate's Veil.
Lunate's Veil.
Yeah, Lunate's Veil. Bexy with Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Speedbreaker 55 with Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood. And that's it.
So there you go. Those are the backups should we require them. Before we finish, we do still have volunteer submissions open. If you'd like to volunteer to be a host, then that form is available on the Angus submission page. It's also available on our Discord server, and that is staying open for another week. So if you've now seen this, you're a runner, and you go, oh, whilst I'm there, I'd like to host since I know I'm going to be there, then get your host submissions in. Or if you weren't originally intending and you now want to go, oh, I really want to go and see this, and why don't I host whilst I go? Whatever your reason, the host submissions are still staying open. We also still have submissions open for some online volunteer roles, social media and chat modding. So if you're not planning on attending, but you'd still like to help us out, then both of those can be done from the comfort of your own home. And there is a link to that submission form on the Discord server as well. I think that was all of the notifications I was asked to bring up, unless either of you have anything else we needed to remind anyone of, or if chat has any questions, we will open the floor to any questions as well.
Well, I was just going to say, by way of closing remarks, since I was heading up the committee making the choices for this, anyone who's listening who is curious about feedback for submissions they made, you can feel free to reach out to me on Discord if you would like some feedback. I'm happy to talk to you about like your submission, what we liked, what we didn't particularly like, what swayed us to make the decisions we did to hopefully help you make stronger submissions for future events. Always happy to help you maximize your chances of getting into events.
Anything from you, Insta?
great runs, I suppose. Yeah, it'll be nice. The thing is, from a very personal level, because there's a lot of names on this schedule. I'm going to say in particular Speedbreaker 55, because I've never met him in person. I've always only ever spoken to him online when I've done his Speedathon before. So it'd be very nice to meet some of these people in person, because I've never had the chance to do so before. I have met some of them, but just not all of them. In the times that I've been doing Insta Speedathon. And as a little bit of a personal plug, of course, Insta Speedathon is happening next weekend. So please, if you would like to come and see some amazing speedruns there as well. Some of these amazing people on this schedule are going to be doing runs as well. Please come along to see that. We're also raising money for everyone can. There is a question in there from Garlips as well. Just how do you do it? An immeasurable amount of tea.
the British way. Just to follow on from what Insta was saying about sort of meeting people in person, this is the main reason why I wanted to set this up in the first place. Where there are countless online marathons. I've worked with everyone who's on the team in some capacity before. But actually, I do believe InstaSim's the only person on our team that I've actually met in real life. And a lot of the, so many people, and obviously, so much of speedrunning takes place in America. I said I work for GDQ. I've done loads of marathons with other people. So there's a lot of chat online. And just for once, it'd be really nice to actually get together again with some speedrunners and meet up in person to do a marathon. And there isn't enough of that in the UK. There are some. You've got UKSG, you've got the Warwick University speedrunning marathon, and they both do a fantastic job. There is room for more, and that's what I'm hoping that we can bring. This is our inaugural event. It is our first one, and who knows, we might get to the end of it and all go, nah, we hated this, we don't want to do it again. But I'm very, very hopeful that that isn't going to be the case, and that we can bring you more live events in the UK in the future as well. So the only final thing to reveal, we do have a graphic with our lovely schedule, but that graphic also has one more new thing on it. I'd like to extend a huge thank you to our art and design team lead, Garlips, who has been working his butt off on getting some of the wonderful illustrations that you can see. We've got the lovely papery background. We've got the now old logo in the bottom right hand corner, because with our schedule reveal, we do have a brand new Albion Speedrun Collective logo. Say hello to Reginald Nevermore G the Third. It's such a long name, I can't remember the full. There we go. Love and Floofin, thank you. Reginald Nevermore Garrick the Third is the name of our mascot that was chosen. Obviously, as Love and Floofin has also pointed out, it does indeed stand for RNG. That is our wonderful revised mascot with the awesome UK shield. I hope you agree that it's a fantastic looking logo. So huge thank you to Garlips for putting that together. Garlips is now going to be hurriedly scurrying away to turn it into emotes and stickers and other things that we can do with. Thank you all very much for joining this schedule reveal. We can't wait to meet so many of you in Manchester, and of course to everyone who can't be there, we will be live on Twitch right here. So if you're not already following the channel, now's the best time to do it, so you know when we're live on Saturday the 11th of April. So thank you all very much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you in just under a month.
Oh my word.
I can't believe it's that close.